All right, it's time. It's time for me to become a man. It's time for me to eat the pepper that everyone has heard about, the infamous Carolina Reaper. This is officially recognized by the Guinness World Records as the hottest pepper at 1.6 million Scoville, although there are some peppers that have gotten up to 2.2 million, supposedly. So we'll see. Um, there are peppers hotter than this, which I have. I have one that's definitely hotter, which that'll be for a later video. But for now, this is the big one, the Carolina Reaper. So let's cut this bad boy open and we'll get on with it. Let's see what we got. Smells like a not quite as strong ghost pepper. I don't know. Maybe they all kind of smell the same once they get this hot. So here is the inside, the mushed inside, because it's all frozen. All right, I'm gonna save a few seeds, cut out as little as possible, and we will go. This looks like a fine pepper. Doesn't look, nothing is rotten or anything. All looks good to go. Okay. Just scooped out a few seeds. I cut out literally no placenta, so that was just all seed. There we go. All right, it is time. I have not had a Carolina Reaper yet. This is the fourth one of the big four that I came up with, so the final one. Bon appetit. It's almost 9:30, by the way, in the morning. Breakfast Carolina Reaper. I have a feeling this is going to be a throat burner. It's sitting on the sides of my tongue, maybe a little bit on the bottom. Yeah, it's like at the top of my throat. That's the worst part. It's building for sure. It's still building. Yeah, it's like in the back of my mouth, top of my throat. This is almost taking longer to climb than the ghost pepper. Yeah, it's like all in the throat. Top of the throat. The veins popping. Usually the burns for peppers, they migrate. They might start in the throat, and then they'll come to the tongue or something. This is just staying in the throat. Man. It's definitely peaked. I don't think it's getting any hotter. But wow. That was rough. I think that one was hotter than the ghost pepper I had for sure. The hottest one I've eaten, at least in these videos, was the 7-Pot Slimer. I think my tolerance has built a little bit since I've eaten that. Because when I ate that, that was the worst experience. But now, I think the Reaper might have been just as hot as the 7-Pot Slimer. It's just, I think I'm handling this better than I did the Slimer, just because my tolerance has grown. But at the time, yeah. If I had eaten the Reaper when I ate the 7-Pot Slimer, I think the Reaper would have been worse. Yeah, well, it's dying down. It's now a little bit on, like, the middle of my tongue. It's kind of gone away from my throat now, but it's like in the middle of my tongue now. So pain on a scale of 1 to 10. Some huge crows in my yard. 6.5 to 7. A high 6 maybe. The lower end of a 7. It's still lingering for sure. But it's just that lingering burn now. It's kind of hanging out. But yeah, I did it. I ate the Carolina Reaper. What's next? I guess you'll have to see. I still have a couple peppers before we get to the big one. The big one that I've been leading up to. So we'll eat a couple of those first. And then the dreaded one, which you'll have to find out later. But yeah, that was the Carolina Reaper. We did it. All right, until next time. See ya.